How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So I got quite a few really big books here, just massive, massive, massive keys that I'm going to go through and talk a little bit about. But before I do, check this book over here. This book is in a giveaway that we're going on right now. All you have to do is head over to collectorscomics.com. There should be a banner. If you scroll to the very bottom of the screen, it'll say something like giveaway. You can click that, and all you have to do is click enter. Obviously, if you don't have an account, you have to sign up, because we need to know where we're shipping it to. Everything's covered, shipping everything. All you have to do is click enter to win the giveaway. That is it, and we'll draw it at the end of this auction. We currently have an auction going on right now. It ends this weekend, so you better go check it out. And if you're watching this video in the future sometime, well, we're always having auctions, so check out our latest auction. So this is going to be our 10th auction that we've had, and we do it every quarter. We're actually moving up to doing weekly auctions here in June as well. That's a big announcement. I'll do another video on that in a little bit. But yes, if you want to enter this giveaway, just go over to collectorscomics.com. Link is always in the description where to go. Once again, collectorscomics.com. That's my website. And I'm going to go through these books. These are some of the highlights in our upcoming auction, or our current auction, I should say. And there's some pretty good ones in there. And this is shaping up. I mean, I say this every time, because it is every time. This is shaping up to be our best auction yet. So, I mean, it's awesome, like, because every one is better than the last one. I think only one auction was basically slightly, and by slightly, I mean like 1% lower than the previous auction. But that was it. Every other one has been doing more and more and more and more. I think this one should end up doing about probably like 20% better than the previous auction. So definitely gaining there, which is great. So thank you for every person that's consigned. Thank you for everyone that's bid. It means a lot that we're growing this business. And again, we're only 5%. All the other guys, all the big old auction houses and stuff like that, it's almost 30% when you factor in their buyer's premium, seller's premium, everything premium, all their little hidden fees everywhere. Yeah, very expensive. They're very expensive. We're only 5%, no buyer's premium. I feel like that's just a way to make people think that they're not selling it for as much. It's like, oh, you know, we're only like 10% seller's fee. Well, you also have a 20% buyer's premium. So I'm losing 30% on the book. All right, nonetheless, let's go through this. These are some of the auction highlights. I obviously can't do every book because we have, I think, over 2,000 books. And so that'd be impossible. I mean, technically not impossible. Just I don't want to be here for 6 hours going through every book. All right, so first we got is Amazing Spider-Man 129. This is the first appearance of the Punisher. Yes, the good old Punisher. And this is in a 9.6. So yeah, second highest grade. There is no 9.9s. So fantastic. In a 9.6. The pages are off-white to white. So good page quality. 9.6. Pretty crazy grade. Next we got is Brave and Bold, number 28. There we go. Number 28, first appearance of the Justice League. So fantastic over here. First appearance, and I think a 9.6 recently sold for like $1 million or something like that, and a 9.6 is the highest grade, so this is a very close second. I'm just joking. And that's in a 4.5. Next we got here is Daredevil, number 1 in a 5.0. And as you guys know, the new Daredevil TV show is coming out. When? I don't know. I know they were almost done, and then they basically axed it because they didn't think it was good enough, and they started from scratch. Or mostly from scratch. Probably kept a few scenes, but which is probably a good thing. Which is weird. Why would you film the whole thing and then all of a sudden decide it was garbage? Wouldn't you film like one episode or 2 episodes and you're like, this is not going very good, you know? All right, next is we got, I think this is the most expensive book that we have in the auction. Fantastic Four, number 1 in a 3.0. Yeah, I mean, they're coming out with the new Fantastic Four movie pretty soon, so that's going to be great. Great book to get. Next is we got the first appearance of Galactus and the Silver Surfer, which rumor has it they are going to be, I mean, it's not even a rumor. I know Silver Surfer has been confirmed, but not the male Silver Surfer. There's a female Silver Surfer that most people don't even know about. She appeared in Silver Surfer number 1 in 1968. It was Norrin Radd's love interest, I believe. Later became a Silver Surfer decades later in real life. And yeah, but I have a feeling that the real Silver Surfer is going to show up. But they are also saying Galactus is going to show up. I think Galactus will be the big baddie, kind of like Thanos was. So this book is about to get hot. So that's a 9.2. Then we got a 9.4 of this. We got multiple grades of this. Of course, people love this book, and we always have lots of these books in auction. Multiple grades. Second appearance of Wolverine, and is actually a million different appearances of all the new X-Men. Who do we got here? Nightcrawler, Colossus, Thunderbird, and Storm. There we go. And Cyclops is the only one they kept. Got rid of all the other ones. But this is a 9.4. Key book. It's definitely more of a key because it's the second appearance of Wolverine. I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, it's his fourth appearance because you have 180, he appeared as a cameo, and then 181 was his full appearance, and then 182 was his third appearance, but it was just, again, a cameo, like one panel or something, and then this one. And many people might not know this, but they changed his mask. I always thought, like when I was younger, oh, is this a shadow? But I believe it was Gil Kane. Yes, Gil Kane. And they changed his mask because they didn't like the little stripy things. And then they changed it again later on. Because here we go. First appearance of Wolverine. First full appearance. Hulk 181, 9.8. As you see, his mask is a little bit different. But we have two 9.4s. Yes, two 9.4s in there. And then we got I think we got an 8.0 and then a lower grade. So if you're looking for a Hulk 181, now's the time to get one. These books will probably... I don't say this often, but I think that, well, recently, I don't say this often, but I think the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie is going to break some, not like the world record, but it's going to break records. I think it's going to do $1 billion. I think people are going to really, really love that movie. And I think Marvel will have to do a deep dive into consideration of why they aren't doing what they used to do. Now, the problem is, the old movies are still in the works, and so we're going to get them, and they're probably not going to be that great for right after Deadpool versus Wolverine. But I think this will be a great one, and then they're going to beg them to come back again or something like that. I always love Wolverine. I always think Hulk 181 is a good book. Here we got is showcase number 22, is we got first Hal Jordan. He is not the first Green Lantern. The first Green Lantern was Alan Scott, and he appeared in All-American 16. Now, I wish we had that book. If anyone out there has a book and wants to consign to us, I have never, of the big Golden Age stuff, I have never had a Superman 1, Action 1, Detective 27, All-American 16. I think I've had every other book at least come through me at some point. I've actually had most of them, but I've never, and All-American 16 is so hard to come by. I mean, I had first Wonder Woman, All-Star 8, Sensations 1, Wonder Woman 1. I currently have a Wonder Woman 1. I've had a Batman 1, Captain America Comics number 1. I've had a couple of those, but never All-American. I don't even see them that often. They never even got, I see Action Comics number 1 and Detective 27s come up in some random auction like Heritage or something pretty regularly, like at least a couple times a year. I never see an All-American. It's like maybe one a year, maybe 1 year. So pretty rare. But anyways, this is the Hal Jordan. This is the Green Lantern that everyone knows and loves. And whenever you think Green Lantern, you think this guy. You never think of Alan Scott. John Stewart would be a second. Not very many people think of Guy Gardner or Kyle Rayner. I don't think anyone thinks of Kyle Rayner when they think of Green Lantern, unless you're literally in a specific time in it was like the later 90s, early 2000s or something. But no one thinks that. So, and Guy Gardner is supposed to be the Green Lantern in the new Superman movie. So, brief. Played by Nathan Fillion, who I think would have made an amazing Nathan Drake in Uncharted. But unfortunately, they went with Tom Holland for whatever reason. He's not Nathan Drake at all. It's one of my favorite video games of all time. I couldn't even bear to watch the movie. Nonetheless, what is this script? 5-0. Then we got Iron Man. Iron Man, first appearance. He first appeared in Tales of Suspense 39. This is a 4.0. Yes, it is a 4.0. White pages. Very nice looking. 4.0, white pages. Rumors is Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU. So they realize that they really screwed up, so to bring in the heavy hitters. Like, okay, Hugh Jackman, you're coming back in. Chris Evans is coming, you're coming back in. Robert Downey Jr., you're coming back in. We need to save the MCU before it just gets any worse. So I have a feeling the movies that are already in development and already in play, so the rest of 2024, and then probably the first half of 2025, maybe all of 2025, I think they're still going to have the old regime and probably won't be as good. But I think coming 2026, I think like later half of 2025, 2026, or like a year from now, we should start getting, hopefully, if they do things right and they start making good movies and good stories and stick with characters that people really want to see, not like, I mean, I would say the Fantastic Four, but they're putting Shala Bal, the female Silver Surfer. It's like, I mean, Silver Surfer is a pretty obscure character to begin with to, people outside of comic books. But at least Silver Surfer has had video games. There's one in the 80s. Has had a cartoon of his very own cartoon. Like, he's somewhat out there. So, like, there is some fans out there outside of comic books. But when you put in this, it's like, you're not even pulling in the comic book fans. You're like, wait, why? All they're going to be is mad. It's like, why wouldn't you put the normal Silver Surfer in there? Like, why are you doing this? So now you're just pissing off them to get who? You pissed out majority of your fans. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is kind of like just some stupid ploy, maybe to get like some news talking about the Fantastic Four movie. And she will be in it because she is part of Silver Surfer's origin, because it does not say we have a female Silver Surfer. It just says Shala Bal is in the movie. Now, she's played by a pretty big actress, so maybe they're hedging their bets that maybe if Silver Surfer is a big hit, he'll have his own movie and she will be a bigger part, right? Hire a good actress and say, hey, you're going to have like 5 minutes of screen time. But it could turn into like, a quarter of the movie later in number 2 or something. So I'm hoping that she's just in it just for, like 5 minutes, part of his background story. He comes down to Earth and, I don't know if they're going to do the Fantastic Four story, the original Silver Surfer story where it comes down to, for the Herald of Galactus. I think they're going to meet him somewhere and he's going to talk about his origin and how he came to be. And it's going to be a flashback and she will be there as his love interest. He sacrificed his life to save his planet. So I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping. So, in any case, first appearance of Iron Man right here, and my dog just threw up in the corner. So I'm gonna have to clean that after this video. Next, we got some signed stuff. We got the first appearance of the Avengers. Now, the first appearance of the Avengers is not a first appearance of anyone in particular, like no superhero, but this is signed by Stan the Man Lee. That's right, and he even got the cool little Stan the Man Lee signature icon thing. So very cool Stan Lee signature. You can't get those anymore. I mean, you can't get it from him now because he's no longer with us. And then we got this one of my favorite covers because I love the Hulk. Hulk Annual number 1, first Steranko cover signed by Steranko himself. Very good artist, very good. Yeah. Iron Man number 1. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my dog. This is signed by, well, what do you know, Stan Lee again. So the cool thing about these big premiere issues, it was like Hulk 102, Nick Fury number 1, Iron Man number 1, Iron Man and Submariner number 1, Strange Tales, or Doctor Strange 169. I feel like I'm forgetting one other one. Someone's going to remind me. Submariner number 1. Someone's going to remind me. I think that's signed by Stan Lee. This is a cool one. Lots of signatures. Let me just read them off here. Also sketches. This is a very cool book, I must say. Not just the comic itself. This Mike Zeck, John Beatty, Jim Shooter, and Stan Lee, and Tom DeFalco. Anyone else? Nope. But look at this. Not only did they sign this, but they drew little heads. So you got, this looks like, I don't know, a different Spider-Man. This looks like Spider-Man. This one kind of looks like, I want to say almost like Miles Morales-ish, but it's not. It's Spider-Man. And then they got Venom down here. Very cool. In a 9/8. All these signatures and all this like cool stuff on there. Look at that right there. Up there and there. All very cool stuff. I'll put a picture you guys see better. And then we got here. We got Rob Liefeld signature. Who else signed it? Just Rob Liefeld. He gave this like sketch. Do this thing. You can't really see it in this picture, but he gave this like cool sketch. If you pay extra money, you can get it. 9/8 first appearance of Deadpool. So, and then we got this one, a Stan Lee signature along with Joe Quesada, signed. This is X-23. I know there's been rumors of her being in the new Deadpool Wolverine movie. I don't think so. If anything, it might be a mention or like in the background or something, but that's about it. That is it. You can find all this stuff on collectorscomics.com. Go there, go bid. Like I said, ends this weekend, so check it out. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you're going after or anything you wish you could put on, my Grail or something like that. That'd be, everyone's Grail is different. I'm trying to think of what is my Grail? Like, it's easy to say an actual one because, please, I would love to have that. But in terms of that, probably a nice Hulk 1 I would probably want. A nice Turtles #1. I have a Gobbledygook 1 and 2. This is like the rarest of rare of Turtle stuff. So, that's it. Have a great day.